Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, and I hope you've been able to be a little bit crafty this weekend and spend some time creating beautiful things. Today, I am not going to be working on an actual project, a physical project. What I am going to be doing is I'm going to be working a little bit on Cricut Design Space. I have an aunt that she was trying to make a sentiment for the inside of a card. She rather have it written by Cricut and have it nice and neat and write it herself. And we had a little bit of difficulties, but we managed to get through it, and she managed to print out her insert, and it came out really nice. But I figured if we had a video on it, it's something that she could go back and look at, and until she learns the process, and she can do it without any help. Anywho, we're gonna go to Cricut Design Space, and we're gonna come down to New Project. Now we have a blank canvas, and we're able to select a shape. In this case, we're going to use the square, and we're going to resize the square. We're going to resize it to 4 by 5 1/4. It'll be a little bit smaller than an A2 card that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That way you have enough space so when the card closes, it doesn't shift or anything or make the card look weird because it's too big. So we're going to change this color to white just so you're able to see things better when I put the font in. Here, the colors of all these colors, you can actually select a color that matches the actual paper that you're working with, especially if you're gonna print or cut out a bunch of different designs. If you separate it by the color of the paper that you're using, you won't have any mistakes or put the wrong mat in for one color as opposed to the color that you really wanted. So but for here right now, we're going to use white just so you can see what I'm writing a little bit better. So we're going to select a text. Okay. We're going to see what font we're going to use. Maybe we'll write it out first. So in this case, I'm going to write Happy Mother's Day. Now, once you do this, you see that it's all shifted to the left. If you want it centered, then I would just go to alignment right here and align in the center. So now your sentiment is in the center. When you put it on your base, it'll be centered. Now, the size of the font is extremely big, but we're going to change that after we select the font that we would like. We're going to select fonts, and here in the filters, we're going to select writing. Since you're going to be using a pen, selecting writing, it more or less filters out any of the other fonts that won't work with it, that work better with a cutting file or a print and cut. And in my experience, it just gives you the best options. And so you look down and select the one that you like. And I like that one. Okay, now the font is very big. You can size this 2 ways. You can come here and put down the size that you like. Let's put 14. That's too small. Let's go to 30. That's a little bit better. Let's try 40. I like 40 the best. Okay. Now, you can also size it this way. You just select the arrow and just drag it to the size that you prefer. Now, there's a couple of other things that we can do to this font. Here you have two options, letter space and line space. Now, the letter space is going to let you move the letters farther apart or closer together. And for me, I think right there is good. Line space is what it says. It just lets you select how far each word is from each other. And I want them a little closer, so we're going to just bring that up some. So now we have that. Right now, everything is separate. If you send this to print, that means to cut, it's going to make two different files because it's not attached. It's not seeing it as one project. It's seeing it as two different things, and it's going to cut it that way. So you're going to cancel that. And you can attach these in two different ways. Well, attaching, you attach in one way, but selecting it and aligning it, you can do it two different ways. One is if you want to, you have just this on your canvas, you can just drag over it, go to align, and then align center. That shifted it over. It's perfect. Another way is you can press your control key, select the pen, and select the basic cut, and again align center. After you have it aligned where you want it, where it's pleasing to you, you can go ahead and press attach. That makes this one file that's a cut and print. Now make sure, draw and print. Make sure that you have what would be your panel as the cut file and your font as the pen file. When you don't select writing, a lot of times it's saying, okay, this is a cut file, we're going to send it to cut. So you'll end up putting your mat through, and you'll end up having it start cutting the fonts as opposed to writing. So make sure you double check that before you send it to cut. You don't want to waste your paper, you don't want to waste your ink, and you don't want to waste your time. So then you could press make it. And as you can see, it has it as one file. It would draw out all of this with whatever pen you select, and it will cut out the layer, and that should fit perfectly into your card. Let's cancel that. Now let's detach and let's hide this. Cricut also has phrases that you can use. If you're a Design Space subscriber, you're gonna have more than the free, but they always put some free stuff in for the people who prefer to do their own files. So you could go to phrases, and then you could select something that appeals to you. Let's put down, it's a girl. Add to canvas. Now, if you notice here, this file has the girl as a cut file, which if you want to cut it, it's going to make for a beautiful card. It's going to draw out the flowers, and then all you have to do is glue the word girl in. But let's say you didn't want that. You can actually select that and put draw, pen, and now it's gonna draw the whole thing in. So you would select it all, file, This time we're going to align center, because this is not for the inside of your card. This is something that you would use more for the outside panel of your card. You can attach it, and then again you can send it to make, and there you go. You have the front panel of a card. You can add it to some foam, so you can add some dimension, and you could even add like little gems or maybe some glossy accents, just to make it look. We'll take it to one step further, so it's just not a very simple card. So that's that. And let me see what else. I think that's everything that she had trouble with. I don't want to put too much into one video. In case this is an issue, then at least you can just focus on what you wanted to achieve, which is making a sentiment for the inside of your card, especially if you don't have the correct stamp for it, or you want to write a personal sentiment directed directly at that person. This is a good way to do it. You can use your pens, you can use foil, you can use a couple of different, you can even do the hot foiling with the We Are Memory Keepers hot foil stuff. But again, if you don't have the stamp